It's that time of year again. You're probably looking for some cheap and easy gifts to make for the pets on your list. Homemade dog treats is a great gift to give, as long as you make sure that if you're giving them to a dog that you don't know well enough, that you ask about any food allergies. Keep that in mind. If a dog needs a grain-free diet or is allergic to certain food ingredients, you don't want to put those in the treats that you're giving as gifts. So as long as you know the dog's allergies, you can make some homemade treats that are a wonderful welcomed gift from every pet owner. And today I'm going to show you how to make some really adorable candy cane dog treats. Obviously, you're making candy canes, so you're going to have a light colored dough and then a darker colored dough. I'm going to start with the light dough, and the first ingredient that I have here is 4 cups of whole wheat flour. And I'm going to add to that half a cup of cornmeal. Now, I have yellow cornmeal just because that's what I had on hand. If you have white cornmeal, that will make your light dough a little bit lighter colored, but I didn't have any, and I didn't want to buy anything additional, so I'm working with what I have, and that's absolutely fine as well. If you have yellow cornmeal, it's not really going to make much of a difference. You also are going to want to add to that 1/4 cup of peanut butter, and you want to use creamy peanut butter. Try to buy natural organic peanut butter. The best thing about making homemade ingredients, especially if you're giving them as gifts, is that you can make them as healthy as possible. So that's what you want to try and do. I'm just going to kind of cut that peanut butter up a little bit. And then you're going to add 1.5 cups of water. Again, I'm just going to stir that around a little bit before I add the last ingredient, which is 1 beaten egg. And then you're going to mix this up until it makes a dough. Once it starts to get fairly hard, I just use my fingers. That's the easiest way to knead it into a dough. So that's going to be your light colored dough. Now we're going to make the darker colored dough, and this is very similar aside from 2 ingredients. So you're going to start with your 4 cups of whole wheat flour. You're going to add 1/2 cup of cornmeal, same as you did with the light colored dough. Then instead of the peanut butter, you're going to add 1/4 cup of molasses. So this dough is going to be much stickier than the light colored dough due to the molasses. Molasses are extremely sticky. So when you're working this dough to try and form it, and you're using your hands, be prepared that it's going to be much, much stickier. So I'm going to kind of work those around a little bit and get them covered with flour so they're not as sticky. Then you're going to do your 1.5 cups of water, a beaten egg, just like last time. And for this darker dough, you're actually also going to add about a tablespoon of oil, and I'm using olive oil. You can use any kind of oil that you have on hand. Coconut oil is great for dogs. And again, you're just going to mix this. I do it until it kind of starts to form a dough, and then I use my hands because that's much easier. So I will mix that up and get back to you. Up top here, you'll see that I have a well-greased cookie sheet ready to go. I'm also preheating my oven right now to 350 degrees. You can see that I've already rolled 1 candy cane to kind of show you what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is a big candy cane. It's about 8 inches long. I am giving these to a friend who has 2 St. Bernards, so I am making larger ones. If I was making them for our little Beagle Molly, obviously I'd make them much smaller. But that's the beauty of homemade dog treats, especially given as a gift. You can customize them to what the dog needs, whoever you're giving them to. So for these large ones, I usually roll these out to be about 10 inches long, and you're going to lose a couple of inches with your twist. So keep that in mind. If you want smaller ones that are only 3 or 4 inches long, or 2 or 3 inches long, make them a couple inches longer. Make your your piece is a couple of inches longer, and then it'll shrink up a little bit. Now you can see that there's not a lot of variation. This is my light dough. This is my my dark doe that I'll do next. And there's not a lot of variation in the colors in mine. The original recipe that I found called for food coloring in the lighter colored doe. They used a red food coloring. I stay away from artificial dyes and preservatives and things like that for my dogs. So I did not use any colorings. You can if you choose to. You could also use some natural things to color. For example, you could use some spinach powder to try and get a green color if you wanted to do that. That's up to you. I simply do it this way. You'll see them when they're baked. There's a little bit more of a variation in the color. You can definitely tell that it's two different colors. One's lighter, one's darker, but it's not as noticeable as it would be if you used food coloring. So keep that in mind as well. So now I've got my two pieces, my light doe and my darker doe, rolled out here, and all you're going to do is kind of put them together and just twist. And you're going to twist and then of course curl it for your candy cane, and then you're going to come down here and just continue twisting the staff of the candy cane until it's all together, and there you go. You have homemade dog candy canes. You're gonna bake these in your 350-degree oven, put them on a very well greased cookie sheet, and you're gonna bake them for about 18 to 22 minutes. You'll notice they'll get a nice brownish color when they're all finished, and I will show you what they look like when they're done as well in the photos on our website. If you're watching this on social media or sorry for my reaching there. I'm going to grab another ball of dough and start another one. If you're watching this on social media or on YouTube, you can jump on our website and there's some photos there of our dogs enjoying these and what they look like when they're finished. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me, Samantha@topdogtips.com, and I hope your dogs and whoever you're gifting these to enjoy these homemade dog candy canes as much as our pets do. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. We really appreciate you guys tuning in whenever we post a new video. Of course, you can check us out on our website, topdogtips.com. So be sure to bookmark that and check back often, because we are always publishing new reviews, product information, top 10 lists, information about dog care, grooming, training, all aspects of dog care, health, and we share some vet tips on there, all kinds of great stuff. So if you're a dog owner, dog lover, that's the site for you. Also, be sure to find us on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. You can find us on Pinterest as well. So make sure to follow us, and then you'll stay up to date with everything that's going on our website and on our social media. You'll see all the newest videos whenever they're posted. And of course, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. All you have to do is go to YouTube, search for Top Dog Tips. We're right there. Subscribe, and you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. So be sure to do that. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you back soon with another great Top Dog Tips video.